Yeah, one of the biggest challenges is dealing with, does this group eat a lot, or is this group very small in their appetite? They may have a very small appetite on Monday, but by Wednesday they're used to each other and they will eat like horses. I remember one time there was a group of young people that we had, and I could not feed them enough. I kept putting more food in there and more food in there, and they just, right down to the last scrap, there was nothing left. My week at camp, or at Camp MDS, usually starts on about a Thursday. I sit down and I start making my menu. I've already asked the project director, do we have any special dietary needs? Because then I need to start planning what I need to buy and make for those particular dietary needs. After I've figured out my menu, I have to then figure out my grocery list. And that is traveling around in the kitchen, looking in refrigerators, in the pantry. Well, how much do I have of this? How much do I have of that? I use the MDS cookbook. Then there are 2 or 3 cookbooks at home. So I took my favorite recipes out of all of them and made my own book. Hopefully that will save me from carrying a bunch of books around. I usually do one big shop. And if it isn't Friday afternoon, then it's Saturday morning. Now, one limitation is, and anywhere that you go, is how much refrigerator space do you have? Some places have very limited refrigerator space, so then I am forced to do more because I can't buy it all at one time. Freezer space, the same thing. One of the things we have to do is we have to do all the toiletries, toilet paper or paper towels or hand sanitizer or dishwashing detergents. I have to be able to have all of that on hand. What a day would look like, and the way I organize my menu is I have 3 days with egg meals and 2 days with non-egg meals. You get your pancakes and you get your French toast or your biscuits and gravy in between, but most of the time it's eggs and some sort of meat and oatmeal. I like to put in yogurt, cottage cheese, because some people want something lighter, and there's always a fruit salad. And if there is a lot of work, and if I have to share space, like the oven with something else, then that's when you plan if you're going to be getting into the kitchen at 5 o'clock or at 5:30 or 5:45. I am a person who likes to work very hard in the morning. I'm a morning person, which drives some of my cook helpers crazy, but they've gotten used to me. What I like to do is I like to have breakfast done. We clear it off because we do all the dishes for breakfast. And then we clean up, sweep the floor. If it's needed, we mop it. Once the dishes and everything are out of the way, we sit down for a little coffee break and we say, okay, who's making salad? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Who's making desserts? Then we work very, very hard until noon. Have a lunch. After that, we're on a break until about 4-ish. Some of us sleep, some of us read a book, some of us nap. We need to have a rest, and then we can finish the other 4 to 6 that we have to do after we're done. To me, it's important to be talking to the people at supper time and at breakfast time. You know, what have they been doing? What is in their life? Then we help the people do dishes, set it up for them. Most places have a dishwasher or a sterilizer, so we have to know how to use that and teach each day a different group how to do the dishes in our area. That's what a day looks like, and you just repeat yourself. Friday is an interesting day because sometimes people leave early, and I prefer to know that by Wednesday, because if I'm doing any extra shopping because I didn't get quite everything or I didn't have quite enough room, then by Wednesday I want to know I don't need to pick up stuff for that meal. But some people stay right till Saturday morning. We don't feed people on Saturday, nor do we feed people on Sunday. Depending on how many crew leaders and everything, it's not just that's the weekly volunteer number, that's also crew members and the directors and everything else that are coming to eat as well. Sometimes we have a visitor, one of the recipients, coming to talk to us a little bit about what's been happening in their lives and why they were in need of a house or a bridge. You know, it's a fellowship of people. That's the amazing thing. The fellowship of the work group that is there, the fellowship of the new people that are coming in, they all have a different way of worshiping God. They all have a different way of seeing God, and it's really an eye-opener to just watch and listen. And that's the best part.